Pour the beer.
I can't.
Pour
You
the
know I
beer.
can't open them. It hurts my nails.
I'm slowly gonna move. Okay, never mind.
All right, everyone who's watching, I hope you have the beer. If not, who cares?
Because I'm gonna drink it.
But if you do, I hope you'll join in us in the review and what you think. I'm gonna pour it on camera because last time I didn't, and you guys caught me peeing. So
I didn't pour it on camera last time either, and I like missed half the. It was like on the carpet because I was trying to look down and pay attention.
You're such a liar.
Ooh,
Unless I just missed it.
No, you did.
What?
Yeah.
Did you clean it up?
Yeah, I did later.
So what?
It's
First off, I will say I like the can.
I do too.
I like the can design. I think it doesn't have to be good because I think for the price of this beer, buying this at Trader Joe's, like they didn't have to go heavy on like the beer design, the bottle can. There we go. Yep. Can design budget. But it's simple, but I like it.
I do as well.
Also, the like hop is like one of my favorite like artwork pieces that people put on beer things. It's great.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't know how to explain the smell of this. It smells like hoppy almost, but it also smells.
Well, so it's got a lot of foam, which means it's got a lot of hop oil in it.
Right.
That's what usually retains the foam. But it does smell really citrusy, which is what I was saying. It's at that Amaru and Simcoe, I believe.
So I'm sorry, the hop oil, the amount of hop oil makes the foam. Is that what you just said?
It makes it stay there.
Correct.
So like when you pour a Coke,
because it sits on top of it, in a sense.
Yes. And so like when you pour like a root beer or something, like it foams up really fast because of the carbonation, and then it like goes away really fast. Whereas a beer, depending on the amount of hop oil, it'll stay foamy for longer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you two are big IPA drinkers, right?
I fucking love them.
Yeah.
It's my. I hate to be that basic, but it is. It's my
basic.
favorite. I'll get an IPA or a saison anywhere we go. They can't be bad.
Except for last week when you got the Pilsner.
Listen, I've already had their IPAs, so I got the Pilsner because it's not important.
We did get the saison to go though in a crowler or a can. So
good.
Yeah. So
this is a 6.5, which is pretty good.
That actually is more than I thought it was. I didn't even pay attention to that.
That's pretty smooth. It's definitely piney. Like it's definitely a West Coast style.
It's kind of
well, it's hazy for a West Coast. I don't know. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
It feels really bubbly, almost like it's like heavily carbonated. Yeah, which is not bad because it takes a little bit of the edge off of it.
Yeah, it would be much more bitter if it wasn't carbonated.
I agree.
It's not too so. Like, let's say you're not a IPA drinker, or a lot of people who don't like IPAs. I know I brought this up last week, and you both looked at me like I was crazy. But there is
that
seltzers, Phil. No one. Continue.
Would you think that this would be a good IPA to introduce someone to an IPA?
I personally think no.
Right, me too.
Because I think it is still a little bitter and piney, which is what makes up a lot of that base level IPAs. Effervescent is a good word. Thank you, Gabriel. But I almost think some of the juicier variations or something with more citrus to it are a little bit easier on the front end. Even though they get you like the aftertaste is still always bitter and a little piney on an IPA.
Yeah.
At least the front end is a little more fruit forward, which typically
it helps mellow out the bitter and the piney as well.
Yeah.
So last week's beer, that would have been a good one for like a starter because it really wasn't bitter at all. It was very pomelo. Yeah, it's citrusy. I agree.
Right, but yeah, pomelo. Okay.
It's like an orange.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you. I was going to just stare awkwardly until you told me what that was. I was like, yes, pomelo.
Yes. Oh, a Pomeranian. They're beautiful.
Tastes great. So that's kind of what we talked about was before with the juicy IPA is like, if you are wondering why people like IPAs, maybe start with the juicy IPA to kind of introduce yourself to it. And then when you kind of make your way forward, you'll find out that you like normal IPAs because you'll be like, eventually the juicy IPAs get a little too juicy, a little too sweet, and then you'll want more of an IPA.
That was always my thing with like I liked like the bitter IPAs originally, and I like saisons as well, which are really kind of funky and farmy.
They taste like a sock.
Right? Yeah, I don't know why. I dig them. Always have.
It's like gym socks. So my favorite.
When I have so many gym sock jokes. I don't even know where to start. Anyway, so.
For those wondering, I'm sorry. I just gotta.
Thank you.
I have to continue learning about this.
Yeah.
Great.
Because honestly, for me, if it's not a ramen or a grape or an apple, I don't know what it is. I'm very uncultured, but thank you, Gabriel.
If it's not pepperoni pizza, he's not interested.
True story. But back to IPAs, I'm very cultured. No, but I think I really enjoyed the bitter aspect of the IPAs because
it's like your soul.
Well, no, yes, but no, and because I started drinking like everybody else, like crummy beers. Like I just drank water beer, you know, and so to have, I know, but. I still wouldn't consider.
Ooh.
Hey.
Anyway.
It's a new word.
I'm learning a lot of words tonight.
A lot of things on my mind this evening. I'm considerated. No, but.
What is wrong with it?
I don't think anything is. No, but I think about like some of the starter beers like that got me into craft brewing. Like you were talking about, like one of your first favorite beers was like Fat Tire. I was like, good Lord, I didn't have a Fat Tire until I was like in my early 20s because all I did was drink Bud Light and Busch Light.
Yeah.
Like
I brought my own 6-packs and then drank that. And I would share because drinking a whole 6-pack is just not, even today.
It's a Wednesday for me.
It's never going to happen.
Share.
Yeah.
Share. What's this word share that you speak of next to a 6-pack?
Right. Well, anyway, I had like 4 beers the other day and was like more hungover than I've ever been.
It's my favorite.
I cannot drink.
Tiffany gets so 2 beer hungover. It's amazing. Like just gone. And I'm like, are you okay?
No.
And she's like, I had 2 beers last night.
I'm out. I'm out today.
Yeah, I had 7.
That's a problem.
It's a great problem. All right, so what are we going to rate this?
Well, here's my thing I was thinking about this because it's another one of it's another cheaper beer. Does it fall into a category of a cheaper beer score? Because I know we kind of sometimes talk about how like there's a score of like it's easy, it's accessible, it's cheap, so therefore I like it a little bit more. I score it a little bit higher. Whereas when you kind of drink something from like a even smaller microbrewery, people have really put their heart and soul into something. So it's like, this doesn't feel like a heart and soul beer to me. It just feels like a beer.
Well, I think, I agree with you. I think this is a mass production beer that is organic, which is cool in its own right.
Right, but it's not. So my thing is, if you're creating a beer that you're not putting your own label on it, like you still care about beer, but you maybe not in the same regard as one that you'd put your own label on. And so personally, my name's not going on it. I just don't care.
All right. Well, what would we give the score? Let's go around. Daniel, give me your score on this one first.
Yeah, I think I'm right with meh. I'm going with 3. I think it's a great cheap IPA that you can pick up at Trader Joe's, which is awesome. It definitely has all the characteristics of a decent IPA. I've just had really good IPAs, and this isn't one of them.
Yep.
So 3 is nice and in the middle, I think, for me.
Tiffany?
2.25.
Oh, wow. She dropped.
She's hurt Joe today.
Wow.
So I like the initial flavor. I do not like the back end flavor where it's like just.
I have so many back end flavor jokes. You gotta stop, man. You gotta quit giving me so much material.
but no, so like there's certain IPAs that are more of a clean and it's bitter, but then it like goes away.
right?
This one is like just there.
It's lingering.
And I'm like,
maybe it's that oil just sitting on your tongue.
It
could be.
I don't know, but either way, it's very bitter.
Yes. Okay.
It is, and I agree with you. It has gotten more bitter the more of it I've drank. I'm gonna try a second and a third one before we go to bed just to make sure.
Of course, naturally, you have to. Got to keep going.
One. They're like Pringles. All right, go ahead, Phil.
I'm gonna match you on that as well, Daniel. I'm gonna do a 3 because like I've said before with my scoring, if it's a 3 or above, it means like buy it again. Like it's okay to buy this again. And so for me, a 3 means like if I'm somewhere and I see this and it's $7 for a 6-pack, I'm gonna be fine. I'm not gonna sit at home and be like, yum. But I'm gonna be like watching something and not paying attention and drinking it.
Yum.
Yum.
I just love the idea that you're home alone drinking a Trader Joe's beer going, yum. Ooh, yum. Every sip. Yum.
That's pretty much my life, Daniel. And I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't make fun of that.
It's been a long year of COVID. That's literally
a lot of yum.
Wait, so where does that put us as a unit? Because we have
2.75.
No. Obviously 2 against 1, which is how I think we should start doing averages versus actually doing math. We take if me and Phil both go 3 and you say 2.25, see you later. It's 3.
I'd love to agree with you here, but I don't think as a unit we can do that.
I would just like to point out that in the beginning of the show, he's like, "Oh, my equal partner," but as soon as I disagree with him, he's like,
I'm like, "You don't like this beer? You can drink a low." This is my equal partner in crime.
I think you're right. I think we got to drop it down at least something.
It's just 2.75.
2.75. All right, that is it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gabriel. However,
someone has a Texas Instruments.
Hey, what do you think we pay for Untappd? We can do a 2.875. We can't do that.
No.
2.875 if we're rounding is closer to 3. Just putting it out there.
All right. Well, then I dropped mine to 2.
Damn it. You win again, man.